The Philippines is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. In this series, we take a closer look at the connections of man and nature within the various protected areas in the country. How the smallest of our actions affect the bigger ecosystem and community. And how in the struggle between conservation and development, we find that fragile balance that guarantees our future's survival. I am Loren Legan, and this is our fragile Earth, protected areas of the Philippines. The town of Masinloc is a first-class municipality in the northern part of Zambales. On its western side lies the Masinloc-Oyon Bay, which is known for white sand beaches and marine attractions. Beneath the waters of the bay is a highly biodiverse area with a great number of species of corals, mangroves, and seagrass. The declaration, therefore, of the Masinloc and Oyon Bay as a protected landscape and seascape comes as no surprise. Deep into the clear blue waters of the San Salvador Marine Sanctuary, a group of divers inspect the crevice on the seafloor around the exotic and brightly hued corals, from the small colorful groups of fish playing atop the coral branches to bigger fish species at least half the size of humans. The diversity seems endless, a world on its own. The richness of the biodiversity of Masinloc and Oyon Bay, the complexity of its ecosystems, and the robustness of its marine life make it imperative to preserve and protect it.
Noong time ng 1992 na dumalaw dito si President Fidel V. Ramos, so nag-dive siya diyan, nakita niya yung kagandahan ng Oyon Bay. So pag-ahon niya, dineclare niya, I want to declare this bay as protected area, marine reserve. By amendments of RA 7586 under Proclamation 138, so na-proclaim siya as protected area. So na-rename siya as Masinloc Oyon Bay Landscape Seascape. Yan. Ang Masinloc Oyon Bay covers 7,558 hectares covering 2 municipality. Masinloc and Palawig. 11 coastal communities covers by Masinloc and 3 from Palawig side. Alam naman natin dito, isa sa mga pinamumuhay dito ay yung pangingisda, livelihood. So kailangan talaga nating protektahan itong Masinloc Oyon Bay. Narito rin po yung mga special feature. Meron po tayong seagrass dito covering the 129 hectares of seagrass makikita po dito. Narito rin po yung 4 na marine protected area, yung pong San Salvador, at saka yung Punta Clobo, yung po yung may giant clam na na makikita po natin. Tapos yung pong ang Masinloc Oyon Bay ay po yung ng mga mangrove species. Doon po sa Kaha sa island, meron po doon na makikita po natin yan.
The natural configuration of the islands in the bay, as well as the presence of essential elements such as mangroves and seagrass, have brought forth favorable conditions for a variety of unique marine life to thrive. The presence of mesophotic coral species and the self-seeding capability of the bay. The threatened blue-spotted rabbitfish also exists abundantly in the area. The rare mangrove hybrid Rhizopora x lamarckii can also be found inside the protected area. The abundance of seagrass contributes to cleaner water and helps reduce carbon dioxide in the area.
So sa ibang lugar po kasi, makikita mo hindi siya kumpleto yung diversification. Yung iba kasi walang seagrass sa ibang part ng Zambales. So dito mangrove area, napakakapal, seagrass area, masyadong makapal din. Then may coral reefs area po tayo.
A short distance off the coast of San Salvador is another sanctuary for a unique type of marine life. Tridacna gigas or giant clams have populated this side of the island, locally called Taclobo. It can grow up to 140 centimeters in length and can weigh up to 500 kilograms in its lifespan of up to 100 years. Its shells resemble ivory when carved and processed and have attracted poachers. Considered to be one of the most endangered species of clams in the world, the local authorities, together with the academe, have initiated conservation efforts to ensure its repopulation.
I-declare ng LGU Masinloc yung isang site dito sa may northern part ng San Salvador. At yun ay through UPMSI, nagkaroon sila ng proyekto yung Taclobo Farm. So yan ay from UPMSI yung similya nun, dinala dyan. So dahil siya i-declare as Marine Protected Area ng LGU, so yan ay minanage ng LGU. Dahil matagal na ring in-establish yan, ay sa ngayon ay malalaki na yung Taclobo.
In the shallower waters of Masinloc and Oyon Bay lies another interesting sea creature, the sea cucumber. Normally found on the seafloor, these marine animals with elongated and cylindrical bodies play a big role in the underwater ecosystem as they help clean the seabed, scavenging and breaking down dead organic matter. A group of enterprising residents in San Salvador, with the help of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, made successful interventions in addressing the decreasing number of sea cucumbers. It also provided an alternative source of livelihood through a biodiversity-friendly enterprise, or BDFE.
Usually po sir, yung balat po, tawag po namin yung dito, sambal name po siya ng sea cucumber. Tapos yung magbabalat po, ibig sabihin, samahan po ng mga nag-gather ng mga sea cucumber po. Ang ginagawa po namin, nagulog po kami dito sa aming sea ranching para padamihin po. Tapos, iha-harvest po namin siya para po ibenta o ibiyahe po sa ibang lugar. Kasi nakita na rin po namin na humihina na po yung sea cucumber. Kaya po, gumawa po kami ng project na sea cucumber ranching.
As an integral part of the multi-sectoral management team of the protected area, or the PAMB, the local government unit has much at stake in the conservation efforts surrounding the bay. The establishment of the marine protected areas, or MPAs, within the protected area serves as an additional layer of protection for the resources within the bay. Local ordinances and policies enforced by the Bantay Dagat ensure that the bay is free from illegal activities and wrongdoers.
Doon po sa Big Sanctuary ay binabantayan po natin yun dahil yun po ay talagang iniiwasan natin na mapangisdaan kasi yun po yung area na kung saan ay nangingitlog yung mga isda natin. Marami pong iba-ibang klaseng isda doon. Unang-una po ang nakita kong isda doon yung mga talakitok. Malalaki din po talakitok doon. Saka yung pating din.
So far, humans and nature in Masinloc and Oyon Bay are harmoniously coexisting. But one can never be complacent, as threats to its stability are always lurking. An example is the fish cages that are mushrooming in the bay. Originally intended for sustainable farm fishing, the cages now pose as a risk due to the siltation in its areas. The abundance of fish has also attracted more settlers closer to the sea. With fishing as the main livelihood of communities around the bay, the increased human activity means an increase in waste generation.
So, ngayon nga, nakita natin na isa sa mga threats dito, yung siyempre alam natin yung human encroachment, tsaka yung population, so development kasi dumadami. So, ang naging problema natin yung mga household, yung waste nila, kumisan, napapunta na lang sa Oyon Bay. So, yun yung isang problema natin.
Nung before the legislation, nasanay na yung mga communities nang nag-i-establish sila ng mga fish cages. And that gagawin namin ngayon is we will determine the carrying capacity ng seascape natin. Kasi dumami na yung fish cages, yung mga users, and yung siltations sa that created the pollution within the protected area natin.
Waste that end up in the waters of Masinloc Bay give rise to threats that cannot be ignored. Unwanted substances in the environment, however small, can affect the ecological balance in the marine ecosystems and could even ripple outwards, affecting larger biospheres.
Tumaas po kasi yung nutrients kasi po yung mga uneaten feeds at saka mga fecal waste ng ating mga isda ay tataas po yung nutrients ng isang bay. Tataas din po yung ating productivity level. So yung productivity level, tataas po yung plankton po. Matatribe po yung magagandang plankton at saka yung bad plankton. So depende po yan.
Siguro pwedeng natin masabi yung sa siltation kasi it is the accumulation of waste coming from surface runoff. Kasama na rin yung unregulated fish feeding kasi pagka na-overfed mo yung mga isda, hindi naman nila nauubos. Definitely, yung matitira doon, it will become waste.
In the small island of Pangliet lies the Yaha Mangrove Sanctuary, a dense conglomeration of various species of mangroves in Masinloc and Oyon Bay. With its interlocking network of roots, the mangroves help prevent erosion and contributes to maintaining water quality and clarity.
We want to have our area a climate change resilient coastal area, and that is why our project is to have the shoreline protection wherein our informal settlers are located. We would like to have a hard engineering approach because we're doing the soft engineering like coral transplantation, because we would like to restore the depleted marine resources for a sustainable fisheries management. That's why the fisheries governance in Masinloc is we're trying to level it up.
Kami po sa barangay level, lalo na sa aking nasasakupan, mayroon pong mandato ang ating Department of Local Government na itong mga nasa coastal area na tinatawag natin mga informal settlers, pinagsasabihan po namin sila na bawal tumira sa tabing dagat at the same time bawal pong magputol ng mga bakawan na gamitin na panggatong at pagpatayo sa kanilang bahay.
Its protection is their top priority, as evidenced by the efforts of all the stakeholders involved. They know that their survival and that of future generations greatly depends on it.
Siguro ang pinaka main objective o target ng protected area like Masinloc, Oyon Bay, Protected Landscape and Seascape is yung protection, makonserve natin yung kanyang self-seeding. Kasi yung Oyon Bay ay mayroon siyang sariling self-seeding, hindi siya umaasa sa ibang larvae dispersal. At yung seagrass, yan din yung nakakatulong sa carbon sequestration. So number 1 yan, yun yung mga dapat nating pagtuunan ng pansin, as well as yung dinidiscover pa natin na unique mesophotic corals. Now, pagka hindi ito ma-address, yung ating marine resources, yung ecological balance of the bay, definitely yung tinatamasa natin na marine resources ng Masinloc, Oyon Bay, mawawala.
Kasi karamihan dito sa amin, sir, ay mangingisda. Pag hindi po namin mapangalagaan ng maayos yung aming karagatan, kung saan dito namin kinukuha yung kinabubuhay ng halos 80% dito sa aming barangay, kawawa naman yung susunod na henerasyon kung ngayon pa lang kami na magpapabaya.
In this long-drawn, sometimes tiring battle for nature's survival, it helps to acknowledge our small wins as well as our losses. As our learnings remind us of the path that needs to be taken, it is our hope that we find the courage to never give up and to continue this fight until we see a bluer, greener environment that we could all leave behind.